Sonic 4 might surprise you in a way you can't even imagine. The villains in this movie are the most dangerous of all time. Is the Blue Hedgehog really ready to face the most dangerous villains in the galaxy? Amy Rose. Have you ever wondered if Amy Rose is really in this movie to help our hero? That's a very fair question, because in recent days, an incredible theory has appeared about the character's true intentions in this film. We know that she showed up because of a time travel event that Metal Sonic caused in order to destroy the Hedgehog, but it was Amy Rose who decided to save the protagonist. But what if she is actually a villain trying to destroy Sonic? Wait, what do you mean? The theory says that Amy Rose knows about all the problems that Sonic's arrival caused on Earth. Like, for example, the cut on the moon that happened in the third movie, and even the very existence of Metal Sonic, who was created by Dr. Eggman. Maybe Amy wants to destroy the original Sonic to prevent Metal Sonic from ever existing and to stop Robotnik's madness in the future. Does that make sense? Do you agree? But in the middle of the movie, Amy realizes that our hero is truly the love of her life and gives up on destroying Sonic to fight alongside him and protect Earth. Who knows, maybe this becomes the beginning of a romance between the two. Let's wait for the movie's theatrical release to find out.
Get comfy and come with us, because another Cinewave is about to start.
Dark Sonic. One of the most sinister characters in the entire Sonic universe. Dark Sonic is so powerful that he has never left the fans' mind since the day he appeared on April 7th, 2005, 21 years ago. In episode 67 of season 3 of the Sonic X anime, we discover that when Sonic is corrupted by the fake Chaos Emeralds, the feeling that starts to control him is rage. Imagine the Hedgehog stopping being blue and turning purple, with dark spikes and a sinister aura of evil, with all of the hero's powers but without any fear of causing destruction. This is Dark Sonic, and everyone is dying to see him adapted for the big screen. The dark version of our hero is even worse than Shadow. Just so you get an idea, Dark Sonic only appeared once in the animated series and never again had another version, neither in animations nor in the games, but that doesn't matter, because fans never forgot Dark Sonic, and it's time for him to appear in theaters, don't you agree? That way, Sonic himself would become the villain of the movie, forcing the other characters to fight against him. Could this be the reason why Shadow appears in the post-credit scene? Only he could stop the protagonist, right? Eggman. Did Eggman really lose his life? Actor Jim Carrey said that he is retiring, and that he would only return if the story idea for the next movie was the best of all. And from everything we know about this movie so far, we are about to watch the best Sonic adaptation ever made for theaters. Dr. Eggman could appear in this movie as Emperor Robotnik, controlling his army of Metal Sonics, which is why he stole the Hedgehog's quill in the last film. Let's remember that Metal Sonic is just as fast as our hero, so Robotnik's final sacrifice may have been a trick, where he fakes his own death but is saved at the very last second by his super fast robot. Will Jim Carrey be back? If so, we have another question. Gerald Robotnik. Could the next villain be Gerald Robotnik? The actor who plays Dr. Eggman portrayed two characters in the last movie, Eggman himself and his grandfather Gerald Robotnik, who is an even worse villain. Now think about how this character's return could actually work. Ivo Robotnik sacrificed himself to save planet Earth, and everyone believes that was the end of him, and that does make sense. But what if his grandfather, Gerald, survived the last attack? That would be perfect for several reasons. Robotnik could die as a hero while still keeping actor Jim Carrey in the movie, and that's pretty cool, don't you agree? We'll find out more about this when the movie hits theaters. Would you like to be part of the Robotnik family? Comment the hashtag Eggman so we can get to know you. Maria Robotnik. Speaking of villains that no one expects, have you ever thought how crazy it would be if Maria Robotnik appeared as a villain? Calm down, this could actually make a lot of sense. Everyone knows that this girl lost her life in an accident caused by Gun. That's why Gerald and Shadow became angry and turned into villains, but Gerald Robotnik is extremely intelligent. Why wouldn't he be able to create a robot that preserved his granddaughter's consciousness? That way, the robot Maria would know what happened to her body and would become angry about it. Because of that, she would also become a villain and try to take revenge on humanity. That would be incredible, wouldn't it? Emperor Metallix. Speaking of super powerful and terrifying robots, only true Sonic fans know who Emperor Metallix is. He is a malicious character from the Sonic comics. Created by Dr. Robotnik before Metal Sonic, this robot is a giant red Metallix who is trapped on a high-tech throne. own. He is an extremely powerful artificial intelligence and is probably far more intelligent than all the other characters in the Sonic universe. Unlike Metal Sonic, Emperor Metallix does not fight using physical strength because his true power lies in his intelligence. He believes he is superior to all forms of life, even superior to his own creator, which is why he rebels against Robotnik and takes control of the machines. Could this machine be the one controlling Metal Sonic? That would be incredible.
Chaos. This movie also has the chance to introduce a new type of villain.
Chaos is a monstrous character made of water who appears as the final boss of the game Sonic Adventure. This creature is not exactly an evil villain, but rather a guardian of the Chaos Emeralds. This giant monster exists to protect the Master Emerald, and he feels that every time the jewel was used to destroy the world, it was because humans and Sonic caused the problem. Because of that, he tries to attack our hero. Many fans would love to see Chaos adapted for the big screen, but he wouldn't be a villain who uses intelligence. He would rely only on the enormous power he possesses. Would a battle between him and the Hedgehog look good on the big screen? Sonic from the past. If you've played Sonic Generations, you already know that there are two blue hedgehogs, one from the past and one from the present. In the story of Sonic Generations, we go through the main stages of previous games, where the timeline starts to suffer changes that threaten reality. Now imagine how interesting it would be if the Sonic from the past started interfering in the life of the present-day hedgehog, precisely because he needs to fix the mistakes made by himself and his friends. Because of that, the two Sonics would have to fight, since one is changing the past and messing with the lives of the characters who exist in the present. But the current Sonic knows that the other one has no right to do that. Just think about the damage he could cause. Tom and Maddie got married and will probably have children. They are Sonic's human friends and are basically the protagonist's parents here on Earth. Now think about how a Sonic from the past could interfere with that. When he tries to fix the problems caused by the villain Robotnik, reality itself could separate Tom and Maddie, making their children disappear. He could also end up causing the death of Tails or Knuckles, and that would be terrible. A movie where there are two Sonics fighting each other in a race against time could be the best film in the franchise. Tell us what you think about this.
Don't forget, subscribing is the easiest way to make sure you never miss any of our videos. Surge. The current Sonic franchise has a character that every fan really wants to see on the big screen, his new adversary, and her name is Surge the Tenrec. She was created by the scientist Dr. Starline to be a warrior with powers from the blue hedgehog and even from other characters like Tails. She has no memories of her past, but she feels a violent hatred towards Sonic and wants to destroy him at any cost because her creator is also a villain. However, she discovers the truth, that she was made to be an evil warrior and abandons her creator. Even so, she still wants to defeat Sonic. Surge dreams of replacing Sonic as the hero of the world, and her powers are impressive. She has super speed, being able to reach the speed of light. She also possesses the power of electrokinesis, creating lightning that increases with her spin power and destroys any enemy. In the latest mobile game starring the Hedgehog, Sonic Dash, she shows that she is extremely powerful and capable of destroying anyone. So far, she has not turned into a hero and has remained as Sonic's adversary. She is also the first female villain in the Sonic universe, and it seems she's here to stay, since fans are eager to see much more of her in the games. Why wouldn't she appear in the movie? It's time to see Surge the Tenrec on the big screen, don't you agree? Let's wait until March 19th, 2027, when the movie hits theaters. Grimer. Do you know who Grimer is? This character is a scientist who works as Dr. Eggman's assistant in the Sonic comics. He is also responsible for all the robotics within Robotnik's companies. He is a very strange villain, and one of the ones responsible for creating Emperor Metallix, who we already talked about earlier. This character could serve as a replacement for Eggman since Ivo Robotnik lost his life in the last movie. He could be a new evil scientist who inherited Robotnik's companies, and that would be a good thing because not every Sonic fan would like to see humans disappearing from the movie's story. Do you think Grimer could be a new Eggman? Mephiles. Now we're going to talk about Mephiles, but we know you don't believe this character will appear in this movie. Of course, because it's not time for him to show up yet. We know that Mephiles is much more of a villain who fights against Silver and Shadow than against Sonic. But you're wrong if you think Mephiles won't appear in the next Hedgehog movie. He will show up in the post-credits scene, when it's time to reveal what the world looks like after the battle against Metal Sonic. And we've already said that it didn't turn out well. Mephiles is so
powerful that he even managed to take the hero's life, which is why he is important to this story. This character will be the main villain of Sonic 5, so you can write it down. Mephiles is the big surprise at the end of the movie, Black Doom. Another villain we know you don't believe will appear is Black Doom, the leader of the Black Arms aliens, and the reason is the same as with Mephiles. He is a villain of Shadow, not Sonic. But in the second post-credit scene, we discover that Shadow is alive, and Black Doom is a galactic emperor who is directly connected to the creation of the Black Hedgehog. In other words, Shadow will search for his origins. This journey will begin in Sonic 4, preparing Earth for an alien invasion by the Black Arms. Do you know when this invasion will happen? It won't be in Sonic 5. This invasion should happen in Shadow's solo movie. Don't doubt it. Shadow will become the protagonist of his own movie, and that's incredible. But unfortunately, it will still take a long time for the film to hit theaters. You can wait with us.
Enjoying it? Then click one of the 2 videos we left on the screen and keep going with us. See you next time.